Okay, happy Monday. Welcome back. So, I've been waiting all morning for something to happen in the market, and it is now a quarter to one on Monday. If you're new here, subscribe, like the video, share it. And so, I've been talking about this range between 6,000 and 6,019 on the S&P. And originally, I was going to take a trade if if the S&P got down to 6,000 and held, I was going to go long, but it did it fairly early this morning, and I don't like to take trades within the first 20 or 30 minutes of the market open. So I've been waiting. So it bounced off the 60.19 and traded lower, but we're still sitting in this like a 10-point range now, which is not very exciting to me. So but now we're getting back to the day high, the intraday high. So we'll see what happens. Maybe I'll take a trade, and um, if it fails to get above this, I'll uh, I'll take a trade on the short side and buy some puts. But if it gets above it and holds, maybe I'll buy some calls and target the Friday high of 60.25. But this is truly a lesson in patience today. You really, really have to be patient. Once you plan your setup, you wait for the market to come to you. Don't just feel like, oh, I got to do something. I can't, I'm not the type of person who can sit here for 3 hours waiting for a trade to come to me. I got to get in there and, get every little scalp here, or the market goes down. I'll take that. It goes up. I'll take that. It goes down. I'll take that. You're just going to overtrade, and you're not going to accomplish much. You really need to be patient if you want to be a day trader, and that's what I'm focusing on today. So we just hit the 60.19. We hit the high of the day. And we got some sellers come in right at 60.19, 60.20, and I think I might take this trade. It looks like we're holding above 60.19, so I'm going to take calls targeting 60.25. 2.11. All right, so I'm long 10 of the 605 calls on the S&P expiring this Friday. I'm in at $2.11. All right, I hit my target, so I decided to get out on that trade, and I may be done for the day. All right, so I got in and out of that trade in 2 minutes. So I got in this trade at 12:49, 10 contracts on the calls of the S&P, and I got out 2 minutes later, 2.5 minutes later. I was shooting for the Friday high, and I told you this was just a lesson in patience today. Um, my setup was I wanted to wait for the market to come back to 6,000, but unfortunately it happened really quick. As soon as the market opened, it came right back down to 6,000. I don't like to trade the first 20 and 30 minutes, so I had to wait. And then we had this push up into the pre-market high, and sellers stepped in. Market came back down, and then we just had this consolidation. This it's like a 5 or 7 point consolidation range for most of the morning, and then we came up to the pre-market high level again, 60.19, and I wanted to see what the market did here. I almost bought puts, but I decided to because it looked like it was rejecting 60.19, but I wanted to just wait a little more, and then I saw that buyers were stepping in, so I went long on 10 calls, and then once it hit 60.25, I wanted to get out because there was just not much going on today, and I thought the market would trade off, and it went a little higher, but I didn't leave all that much on the table, and now you see the market has traded lower again. So I'm going to show my trades in just a second. But the lesson today is patience. You can't come into this and say, I got to press the mouse button. I got to get in on a trade. I need some action. I just can't sit here for 3 hours and do nothing. But that's exactly what I did today. And I came out with my 3 hours got me about $158 in profits. And I'm telling you, when you're a new trader, you can't, even if you have the money to bet big and take big positions, I strongly suggest you don't do that, because as a new trader, you have to learn the nuances of how this all works and how things can bounce you around and blow up your account. So if you're a new trader, just look for $200 wins, 150, 200, $300 wins, and get out, just so you can get that screen time. I know you all want to live the lifestyle of some of the day traders you see on the internet, but when you're starting out, you don't want to put too much of your money into this. For me, I would say, as a new trader, just 5% of your net worth, right? Concentrate more on your long-term portfolio and getting wealthy that way. If you watch my previous videos on how to put together a long-term investment plan in the stock market, you'll see why it's so important to do that, and why it's so important not to put a lot of your money into a day trading endeavor. Okay, because you can get hurt, and it will take you a long time to replenish an account to get back into trading again. It's not worth learning those lessons. Learn those lessons from other people who have already blown up their account. Don't put yourself in a situation where you're going to lose a lot of your money. All right, so let me show you the trade. It looked like it was a great time to get out of that. Just take that quick scalp and get out. Very happy with my patience today. I waited over 3 hours for this trade, and I took a quick scalp, and it turned out to be the smart thing to do, because now the market is reversing. So I'll show you my trades now. Okay, so here's my trade. I opened up 10 SPY calls, the 605 calls at 12.49. At most of these, I got at 211. One contract I got at 210 here, and then I sold them 2.5 minutes later. Got out at 228. So here's my trades as they look on the front end of my broker. Buy to open 10 S&P 605 calls at 210. I'm in for $2,100, and then I sold them at 228. So let's do the quick math. In 2.5 minutes, I made 157.75, but really I waited for 3 hours for this trade. And that's what it takes, because if you had gotten in when the market was doing all that other stuff, so the lesson today is patience, and it paid off for me. It's now 1 o'clock Eastern time, and I'm shutting down. I'm going to hit the gym and play some guitar, and the rest of the day is mine. All right, this is Uncle Pete. Subscribe to the channel, hit the like button, and I'll see you in the next video.